Have you ever struggled with product quality and slow shipping while trying to dropship with AliExpress? Well, my name's James Eardley. I've been through this, and in today's video, I'm going to show you my strategy, how I can now dropship without ever using AliExpress for Shopify. If you are new to the channel, as I say, my name is James Eardley, and I've built and scaled my e-commerce businesses to 7 figures, which has allowed me time and location freedom. And with these videos, I want to help you to do the same. So a few years ago, when I first started dropshipping, the first model of dropshipping that gets presented to you on YouTube and that was presented to me on YouTube was AliExpress dropshipping. So we create a Shopify store, we create an account with AliExpress, we link the two together, and now we have access to the AliExpress product catalog, and suddenly we can start selling these products that are based in China over to our customers in the UK, the US, Canada, the West, etc. And what I realized after a little while of doing this was, first of all, the product quality, that certainly the ones that I was finding just wasn't meeting the standards that customers were expecting, and I expected as well myself for customers. And so that meant lots of returns and headaches for me. And also the shipping time was eye-wateringly slow. Like 3 to 4 weeks people were having to wait after they placed an order on my website for those products to get across the world to them. And now this is not, I'm not blaming AliExpress, this is just the way that it was set up then, and I believe it's still similar now. And I take full responsibility for the loss that I made for that business, and I didn't do my research around the products that I was selling. But what I did learn is that there are definitely some limitations around this model, and there is a better way of dropshipping. I realized that you don't need to sell products that are poor quality just because you're dropshipping. You can sell high-ticket products over £1,000 or $1,000 and still dropship them from the same country that your customers are. You also don't need to deal with language barriers when you're dropshipping. I thought this was just how it was, that you work with suppliers on the other side of the world, and so there was going to be difficult communication between yourself and the supplier. But again, it doesn't need to be that way. You can partner with suppliers in the same country that you're in, so there's no language barrier. And also I thought, because I was dropshipping and I didn't have the products myself in stock with my own company, that I would have to wait weeks for deliveries to get to customers. But again, I found out recently that you can dropship products and achieve next day delivery if you partner with suppliers who have products in the same country as your customers already. So the dropshipping business model I discovered about 3 years ago now was the Home Turf Advantage business model, and it is dropshipping, but it's partnering with local suppliers that makes all the difference, so we can have fast delivery and we don't have returns because the product is high quality, and it's a lot more easy to run because you don't have those communication barriers as well with suppliers. Now, I came across this with Lewis Smith and Dropship Unlocked, the program that I'm now a coach for as well. But that changed the way that I could do business moving forward from that day. I no longer had to be reliant on AliExpress, and my profits since that day have soared compared to what I was doing with my initial business on AliExpress. And I want people to move away. I had so many headaches, and I had moments where I had my head in my hands when I was really trying to get this initial business off the ground. And it was really demoralizing and heartbreaking to see the money just pour away when I really wanted my dropshipping business to work when I first started. So I don't want you to go through that same pain. And instead, if you can shortcut that pain and quickly move on to the dropshipping business model that truly makes sense, that makes money, and it takes away headaches from you as a business owner, then the faster you do that, the quicker you'll thank yourself for making that decision. So the benefits of the Home Turf Advantage business model is that you can sign with local suppliers. So they're local to you because I partner with UK suppliers and I'm based in the UK myself, and you're partnering with local suppliers who are local to your customers as well. So I'm in the UK, I sell to UK customers, and I'm partnering with UK suppliers. And that means it's easy communication because we can all speak the same language perfectly. We're all nearby, based sort of in the same country. And also products can get delivered fast to customers because they're in the same country already. Now, this means also I can rely on the product quality, and I'm partnering with suppliers that sell really high ticket products. So now the minimum order value that I'm generating with my Shopify store is £300 per order. Actually, my average order value for one of my stores is £1,200. And it shows you that you can really sell high ticket products even when dropshipping if you partner with the right suppliers. Now, the downside of working away from AliExpress is that there is a higher barrier to entry. What AliExpress does really well is it makes it a super low barrier to anyone that wants to start dropshipping can sign up to their platform and access their products to start dropshipping immediately. Now that is an amazing service because you can start, and on the same day you can start selling products because there's no barrier to sign up with AliExpress. But what I've learned is that anything that is worthwhile and really consistent has a bit of a barrier to entry. So the difference when you sign local, reliable suppliers is that you'll often need to get on the phone to them to sign up these brilliant suppliers. So you need to be able to pick up the phone and explain that you want to become a retailer and explain that you want to work with them and sell their products for them. And you can't just sign up on a trade account form sign up that you can with AliExpress. There has to be some level of interaction either through email or by the phone to prove that you are a genuine business. Also, there's often less automation as well because with AliExpress and other apps that you can associate, they're very well equipped to allow people to start dropshipping with a very low barrier, and they automate the order fulfillment process. Now, I compare that with the process that we fulfill orders for our UK reliable suppliers, and we have to send an email with every order that we receive to make sure that we fulfill the order quickly. And so it's not as automated. However, the way that I manage this is that I've now hired a team of virtual assistants that will manage the stores for me. So the order fulfillment, although it's more manual, you'll get yourself to a position where you have virtual assistants in your company and they will handle that process for you. And that's because you have profit that the business is generating to reinvest to hire virtual assistants so that they make it an automated process. But it's often what, again, holds people back from starting because the low barrier to entry from AliExpress and the automated sort of method of fulfilling orders and creating your business is so appetizing and so appealing that people just run straight in. But if you want to separate yourself from the masses and if you want to get within the top 1% of successful dropshippers, then you need to think outside the box and don't just follow the herd and don't just follow the traditional method. Think about how you can do it differently and how you can get to become one of the most successful dropshippers in your country. And the way you do that is by getting a bit uncomfortable, speaking to suppliers, finding UK reliable suppliers, and the payoff will be massive in comparison. So the step-by-step process now that I'm going to explain so you can start dropshipping without AliExpress is simple. It's not easy because there's going to be hard work to build one of these businesses, but it is simple, so I'll go through it now. First of all, I recommend that you get your business bank account open and you register a limited company in your country. That's because to sign with high quality suppliers, they recommend, or not even recommend, they expect you to have a separate legal entity, so an actual company formed that they partner with instead of just working with you as an individual. That's the foundations to get in place first. Then we'll choose the product niche. So we won't just start randomly selecting products that we think we can dropship. We'll choose a specific niche of products that we can become a specialist in. So for example, you become the garden equipment specialist, or you become the baby furniture equipment specialist, for example. So you need to find a niche of products that you become the expert in. Next, you then build your Shopify store around that niche. So you use the color schemes that are popular in that niche. You start to populate it with products from that niche, and you really become an expert. You brand yourself with the right branding for that niche, choose your name, create your email address, your phone number. You really build the business in that part of the setup as well. Then we move on to actually signing these high quality suppliers that allow you to work away from AliExpress. And we do that after we've built the store, because at that point you've already got a website to show suppliers and they're much more likely to sign up with you. You've also got all the foundations in place, so when you have these calls, they know you are a genuine company and you can sign some really high quality suppliers. Then once you have at least 4 suppliers signed, you can move on to starting your ad campaigns, and that's how you start getting website visitors to buy your products. So I recommend you set up a Google Ads campaign to start bringing those people that are already searching for your products onto your website so you can convert as many of them as possible. Once you have your ad campaign up and running, the first step is to get to profitability, and then once you're profitable with that campaign, you can scale it as far as you can possibly scale it and spend as much money through that account because you know that you're bringing back in money profitably, and that's how you build a successful dropshipping business. And the final step to all this is to then outsource and automate. So hire the virtual assistants, automate the processes as much as you can, delegate all of the day-to-day tasks so you can continue to just focus on scaling the business and ultimately getting back control of your time. If you're finding it difficult to get successful with dropshipping, then I recommend the first link in the description. Don't worry, there's no hidden costs. In fact, it's actually a free community that I'm putting together and building called Freedom Builders. And I'm getting people together, ambitious, inspirational people that want to live life on their own terms. And you are welcome to join that community to interact with us and tell us about your plans to build a dropshipping store without AliExpress. So check it out if you feel like that would be helpful for you. If you don't think it'd be helpful, then completely ignore it and don't worry. But if you have enjoyed today's video, then remember to leave it a like because it makes a huge difference and it will make my day. Subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on more episodes and more videos like this. And comment to let me know if you enjoyed the video and if you plan to start dropshipping without AliExpress. Remember, you're not just watching a channel here, but you are joining a movement. So thank you very much for watching this video all the way to the end. I know that you will go on to become one of those top 1% dropshippers. So until the next video, take care and I'll catch you in the next one.